Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to do a quick preview of these Cleto Reyes 14 ounce WBC edition lace-up training gloves. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so today we have these 14 ounce Cleto Reyes lace-up training gloves in the WBC colorway. Got these about a month and a half ago. They were a limited release by Reyes that were $200, and I saw them on the Reyes website and I knew I had to jump on them just because they typically sell out really quickly, and they definitely do not disappoint. Now these are brand new. I have not used these gloves, so I can't really give you guys a full detailed review just because I have not used them. And I don't know if I will or not. They're beautiful gloves. I'm thinking about keeping them, collecting them, or maybe giving them away as a gift. I haven't decided on that yet, but we'll see. The only difference between this and their standard training gloves is just the look of the glove, the aesthetics of it. Other than that, it's the same exact construction, other than just the color scheme and some of the logos on here. So you can see there are 14 ounces. I got the lace-up version that has this WBC green they use on the main fist compartment. They kind of have a pearlescent kind of shine to it. It's not metallic, but you can kind of see, depending on the angle and how the light bounces off the leather, it has kind of an interesting sheen to it. And again, just like everything else Reyes, they use top quality leather. Obviously, these gloves are made in Mexico, and they're pretty much the standard, the benchmark for Mexican-made gloves. And you can see why. I mean, it's just the little details, the quality on here is top notch. You have that WBC logo on the thumb, and when you go to the palm, again, you can just see how high quality this leather is. The gold leather looks fantastic. The black leather looks really good. You have that ventilated holes on the thumb. You also have an attached thumb there with a black leather strap. Medium-sized grip bar. You can see the double stitching looks fantastic. All nice and symmetrical and clean black laces. High quality laces as well. And typical Reyes, they usually have a branded stamp that's embossed into the leather. It says OU556. I'm assuming that's maybe like the serial number of this particular pair of gloves. It says Cleto Reyes, made in Mexico. And then you do have the triple cuff, which is great for support, as well as when you tie your laces up, it really locks your wrist in. And you can see, again, just the double stitching through there. You have the classic Reyes patch on the back of the triple cuff and the 14 ounce weight tag. And the back of the wrist is, about 3/4 of an inch of padding. Has the Reyes tag right here, made in Mexico. A nice satin nylon liner. Again, about 3/4 inch padding on the wrist itself. That goes all the way up to the piping and then right up here to the stitching where it kind of tapers off. Nice deep finger compartment. But you can just see the gloves are just fantastic looking. Some of the best I've seen, not only just from the way they look, but the actual quality. Again, stitching there, kind of give you guys a close-up. There goes the embossed piece right there on the leather. That's typically a dead giveaway. You see a lot of fake Reyes gloves and they don't have that. So little indicators to look for. And obviously you'll be able to tell just by the hand shape. A lot of these Mexican gloves have that longer linear cuff that kind of tapers out to more of a wider hand compartment, and that's kind of that Mexican style that you see. And here's the right glove. Again, just stitching looks fantastic. Thumb looks really good. Everything nice and reinforced. You get what you pay for with these for sure. $200 for a limited glove like this. So you can see there, it looks great. Let's go ahead and put these on the scale, see how much they actually weigh. They definitely feel like they're heavier than 14 ounces, but we'll find out how much they actually weigh compared. So they're actually 15.1, so about an ounce over on the right glove, and then the left glove is at 15.5, so about an ounce and a half. So pretty standard for Mexican gloves, man. You see that all the time. It's pretty rare. I think Bryant Boxing were the only gloves, their Imperial gloves I did that are made in Mexico and were actually on weight with their advertised weight. But most of the time, most Mexican glove manufacturers, they're overweight with their gloves. So let's go ahead and do a little bit more of a preview with these gloves and check them out, and I'll tell you how they actually feel when you put them on. Hey, what's up guys? Carlo here, and today I'm gonna do a quick preview of these Cleto Reyes 14-ounce lace-up training gloves in the WBC colorway. Now, I got these about a month and a half ago through the Cleto Reyes website. They also advertise them on social media. I knew I had to jump on these just because anytime they do a limited edition collaboration like the one they did here with WBC, the gloves sell out pretty quickly and they really don't re-release them until a couple of years later. At least that's from what I've seen. I believe they did a WBC colorway a couple years ago, which sold out quick, and I never got a chance to get a pair. So they're currently sold out on the website. They still have the link for the website, which I'll put down below in the description box, but they're currently sold out. Maybe sign up for the newsletter that they do. That way, if they do restock, at least you guys will get a heads up on that. I got these again about a month and a half ago, and they're brand new still. So the reason I'm doing a preview and not my standard reviews because I haven't used the gloves yet. I don't have any video footage of me actually hitting the bag with them or doing any training at the gym. And I don't know if I will, frankly. I'm thinking either collecting these gloves and just keeping them brand new or maybe giving them away as a gift. I haven't decided on whether I want to do that yet or not. But in the meantime, I figure I'd make a video for you guys just to show it to you guys. I've had a lot of comments, inquiries about the gloves, direct messages on Instagram about them. So I figured I'd just show you guys these gloves. What I think about them. They were $200 through the Reyes website. If you're wondering if there's any difference between these and the standard Reyes training gloves, other than the way they look, there's no difference. Uses the same kind of leather, same kind of padding, same kind of profile size, everything's the same. The only thing that is different is just the color. So you're just basically paying for a custom colorway. That's all you're really getting with these gloves. But you can see here, it's a fantastic looking glove, man. It has the WBC green. It has more of a pearlescent color to it with this glove. It's not metallic green. It just has kind of a different sheen, which is pretty cool. When you look at it, a different angle of light, the way the light hits it, you can see that. Back of the glove has a standard Reyes logo on the back. I know that a lot of people have complained about the Reyes logo rubbing off. Maybe, I don't know if it's like been an issue they've had manufacturing wise, or maybe they had a bad batch, but I guess we'll never find out with this gloves because I don't plan on using these. But anyhow, the WBC logo right there on the thumb. So WBC means World Boxing Council. On the palm side, you do have that WBC gold, which looks fantastic as well. The leather on this glove just feels really awesome. Nice and thick and durable. I mean, you can tell just by the thickness of the actual leather, it just feels good. It doesn't feel thin. It doesn't feel like, at any moment it can rip. It just feels like this thing is built to last years of gym use. So again, gold right there. You do have a black attached leather thumb, the black piping there on the palm as well, black piping, medium grip bar, ventilated holes on the thumb. You can see the double stitching. Quality is paramount with this glove. The stitching looks perfect. The symmetry of the stitching. I think I've shown you guys gloves of a review of I think it was the Campione gloves as well as the Nicali gloves I did a review on just a couple of weeks ago. And if you compare that to these gloves, I mean, you can just see the cleanliness of the stitching and that they really take their time. It doesn't look like it's rushed through, and it doesn't have parts where it kind of goes off track and then it kind of comes back on. Or sometimes you'll see gloves where the actual stitching kind of goes into this piping because they didn't cut the actual leather properly and stitch it and get all the actual dimensions properly. So, with the Reyes, you can definitely tell the quality control and the precision is there. And even on the edges right here, like when they stitch in the corners of the leather, how it meets this section right here, you can see they kind of go over twice to really reinforce that edge. But you can see it looks fantastic. Nice long black laces there. Again, about 3/4 inch padding on the inside wrist with that Reyes embossed with the serial number right there. The inside is made of that satin liner, and you also have the tags from Reyes as well as where it's made. Triple cuff design. So again, about a 3/4 inch on the back of the wrist with the Reyes patch, cloth patch, 14-ounce tag. You can see the hinge point looks really good, nice and clean. Glove itself is pretty well balanced. You can see that they do a nice job of distributing the weight throughout the glove, so it doesn't feel like it's flopping down towards the front. So structurally, you feel like everything is nice as far as the blend of how the foam goes in here. Speaking of foam, you have latex foam in here. So a lot of times people consider Reyes to be more of a puncher's glove, and by that they mean is that the foam is softer and it collapses in more. So when you land your punch on your target, whether it's a heavy bag, your sparring partner, whoever you're punching with it, your knuckles really kind of push through. So you can see they use a higher grade latex foam in here, but once you land a shot in here, it compresses and your knuckles really sink in. So that's really nice for those of you looking for some good pop and feedback. Slide my hand in here and give you guys my impressions on how the glove actually feels. So I feel Reyes over the years, compared to the red Reyes I did a review on like almost 10 years ago, my very first YouTube video, I did a pair of Reyes gloves. I feel like over the years they've done some subtle adjustments to improve the gloves. And the big thing I notice here is going to be the ergonomics of your hand, the way your hand is. And I feel like the finger compartment is deeper on the newer style Reyes gloves. They still have some of that ruggedness to them. Now, a lot of Mexican style gloves, the whole kind of concept behind Mexican style gloves is they're built to last a long time. That's their whole premise. Quality is paramount, and they're very rugged. So a lot of times people complain about the discomfort of them, the thumbs being a little awkward on certain Mexican brands. And that's just kind of like the way the style of the Mexican style gloves are. You kind of get that ruggedness, and you have to break them in, and they're pretty stiff at first, but over time, once you start breaking them in, they're like a nice pair of high quality leather shoes. At first they might have some areas where they might pinch a little bit and this and that, but over time, once they're worn in, they're like your favorite shoes. So it's kind of the same concept with the Reyes. It does take some breaking in. It's a little stiff at first, but I mean, it's high quality. This leather is hard to beat. It's nice and thick and feels good, but improvements over the previous generations. I feel like the thumb is better. It's more parallel and more ergonomic with making a fist. And this piping here is good, even with hand wraps on. I feel like this is a little bit looser, so it doesn't feel like it's gonna pinch down on your thumb. Being 14-ounce gloves, they fit really nicely. I can imagine 16 being even better for people with longer fingers or fatter hands. But nice deep finger compartment. I wish they would put a piece of like felt or something over that stitching. But again, that just kind of goes back to it being more of a rugged glove. Wrist support feels great. I mean, they put a nice amount of padding all around your wrist. So from the front to the back where you have that triple cuff. Once you lace these up, this is really nice and locked in. And again, with the Reyes, I mean, just me doing that, I can already feel my knuckles come through, and I'm just hitting it against my other hand. But excellent pop. So one of my favorite thing to do with Reyes gloves is mitt work and bag work on a really soft bag, like an uppercut, like the ringside, I think it's that headshot bag I have. That's a little bit softer because it's a little bit more forgiving. If you do have knuckle issues or hand injuries, especially over your knuckles, or you just feel like your fingers have issues with that, and you are really committed to the pair of Reyes gloves, that's fine. You can get it. Just keep in mind, maybe get yourself a pair of like gel pads or something, or some extra gauze to put over your knuckles, give you a little bit more cushioning so that you don't re-aggravate whatever injury you may have or do damage to your hands. So you can still use these gloves, just be mindful of that. But overall, man, I mean, $200 for these gloves. I know they're currently sold out, like I said earlier, but I'll still put the link down below. That way, if you guys sign up for the newsletter or you guys visit their website, you guys might get luck out and get yourself a pair of these. But you can see fantastic gloves, man. I love the colorway. I'm hoping Reyes does more different custom colorways with gloves. I think they do like an American flag color, like a red, white, and blue. I'm seeing some more fancier colors like lime green, and I think they do pink. But it'd be really cool to see them do more of like the professional fighters, like maybe like a Pacquiao color scheme or a Floyd Money Mayweather color scheme. Maybe they have, and I haven't seen them. And if you guys have, make sure you guys put that down below in the comments box, or put a link out there for everybody to check out. But it would be pretty cool to see them do more colorways and just, you know, custom designs. So there you have it, man. These are the Cleto Reyes WBC edition gloves. If you guys have any questions or comments, as usual, leave them down below. I'll put the links in the description box. I'll see you guys later. Peace.